Hi there! Welcome to I Eat, I Read, I Watch, and this is the 33rd in the column. It's a column that highlights a solo dinner and my reading and watching accompaniments. Don't just eat alone, dine solo. You're worth it, and it's not hard to do. So what am I eating this time? Well, Moroccan tomato soup. This is a soup I've made many, many times, usually to start a dinner party. It's a sure hit. No one can believe how easy it is to make, and I often share the recipe. This starts, as everything good does, with a diced cooking onion in oil, this time with a couple of cloves of garlic in the mix. As that softens, I start compiling the next ingredients: 2 cups of water and a cup of peanut butter. Getting refrigerated peanut butter out of the jar and into a measuring cup is no easy feat. Here's a trick. I use a big measuring cup, measure out the water, and then put clumps of peanut butter into the cup to displace the water until it shows 3 cups. This may be obvious to many of you, but it took me a while to sort it out. With the water and peanut butter, I add a can of whole tomatoes, liquid and all. Then comes the seasonings. 2 teaspoons hot sauce, 1 teaspoon white vinegar, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon chili pepper, and half a teaspoon cayenne, 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, and a teaspoon and a half of salt. Bring it to a simmer and then let it cook for 30 minutes or so. Be sure to stir it regularly and turn the heat down if it starts to stick. You don't want to burn this loveliness. At about 25 minutes, I got the immersion blender out and whirled it all into the smoothest, most luxurious soup. Oh, and I got a slice of bread toasting under the broiler to eat alongside it. Yup, I can live without a toaster, but not without an immersion blender. Priorities when kitchen real estate is at a premium. Gorgeous soup visually and even better to sup. 20 years before I made it myself, I was eating this regularly at lunch at Trinity Square Cafe next to the Eaton Centre and not far from Toronto's City Hall where I began my career. The cafe is part of a recovery program for people living with mental illness, and a decade or so ago I bought their fundraising cookbook, letting me make the soup myself. Check out the cafe, though, if you're ever downtown. For 40 years, it's been an important part of the downtown lunchtime landscape. You can find their website online at trinitysquarecafe.ca. Prep time for the soup, about 30 minutes. Origin, Canadian onion, Canadian tomatoes. Sadly, we do not produce peanuts. Cost, I'd say about $3 for 8 meals. If you've got a favorite fundraising cookbook recipe, please be sure to put it in the comments on my website. So what am I reading? Well, I'm reading a book called Lies I Told My Sister. Louise Ells is someone I met last year at Eden Mills Writers Festival. She's a lane changer, so you have her column to look forward to in a few weeks. But today I want to talk to you about her novel, Lies I Told My Sister. The action takes place in a hospital emergency waiting room. From there, the protagonist tells the story of her life, her loves, her losses, and her relationship with her sister. The flashbacks allow Els to hold some info back, artfully dropping enough hints to make you want to read on, and then filling in the gaps later. Written in the first person, it reads like a memoir, which suits me fine. Memoir is most of what I read these days. Lies is a compelling story written in an easy style. I recommend you pick up a copy. I'd loan you mine, but Louise's personal inscription is so nice, I don't want to risk it not coming back to me. Have you read something by a writer you know? Be sure to add it to the comments on my blog. Finally, what am I watching? Well, it's a show called The Assembly. CBC will always be my first and only love for radio, but its TV offerings can be a bit hit or miss. This one, however, is a big hit for me. The Assembly is a celebrity interview show, but not the usual polished and beautiful hosts lobbing obvious and easy questions to equally polished and beautiful guests. Nope. Here we have a group of autistic and neurodivergent interviewers asking unpredictable, probing, and direct questions to celebrities in a no-rules interview. And because of that, the celebrities are an unusual group too. The first was well-known quirky TV host and comedian Howie Mandel. In the course of his interview, he reveals his own neurodiversity. He suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder. And while I might steer clear of saying he suffers from it, he made a big point of saying that he does suffer, that he'd have an easier life without OCD. Great interview. We'll surely watch the rest of the series. It's available on CBC Gem. If you've got a favorite CBC show, please go to my website and add it to the comments section. And thanks for watching.